Today we're gonna make a cheap NAS device using Raspberry Pi and a hard disk. I have a Raspberry Pi here. It's inside a case. I've got this case from Amazon. We need a Raspberry Pi, a computer to install the operating system for storage in Raspberry Pi, and a memory card. You know, a memory card so that we can install the OS, the storage OS. So it's preferable to have a 8 GB memory card at least. Well, I'm having a 16 GB memory card. It's kind of losing the focus, whatever. So a memory card reader, in order to install the OS in this memory card. And we need a hard disk as well. So I've got a hard disk of 2 TB. You can have two hard disks. You can have as many number of hard disks as there are number of USB ports here. You can attach 4 USB ports. You can attach 4 hard disks in these 4 USB port. So I have a Toshiba hard disk of 2 TB. Okay, nice. I have the hard disk cable as well. So these are some basic things that you need. Obviously, when you install the OS and Raspberry Pi, the storage OS, before you install it or after you install it on the SD card and you connect it, you need a display for the first time, and after that you can connect remotely. So well, I do have a display here as well, you can see. So I'll connect this Raspberry Pi to display. So let's go and download the OS, write it using Etcher or some other software to the memory card, and then install that OS, and then I will use the OS remotely from my laptop in order to configure the NAS device. So in our project to make NAS through OpenMedia Vault, I have tried many things, but what I saw is what the image that we are using, OpenMedia Vault. It's a nice image, but the thing is that you need Ethernet connection at the start in order to know the IP of the system, and then you use that IP to log into their web browser. So I do not want that because my house is in all wireless settings. There's no wires here, so I don't need Ethernet. So there were many workaround to you know activate the wireless LAN drivers somehow. I used all of them, all of the processes, including an MTUI connect, but to no use. So I will just discard OpenMedia Vault right now, and we'll go with other images. So you can go with other images like Ubuntu Mate and stuff. So for this tutorial, I'll go to raspberrypi.org. I'll go to download section, and then I'll download the Raspbian image. You can obviously choose other images as well, since these are Debian based images. So the Debian doesn't give much of the differences. So I have already downloaded this image, stretch image, so you can just download it from your side. I'll just continue with the next part after downloading. So let's go to the place where I've downloaded. It's in my download section. This is the Raspbian stretch. So the next you have to download Etcher. So after downloading Etcher, we will write this particular image file to our SD card. So now once you have downloaded Etcher, you can use Etcher to write the image in your memory card. So I need to insert my memory card to the computer in order to take that as well. So I'll do that right now. So, so I just inserted a memory card. You can see it, it's named boot. So I'll start Etcher. So if you have to install Etcher in your Mac OS, you just drag it to application and it gets installed. But for this demo purpose, I'll not install it, I'll directly use it. So once you start Etcher, you have to select the image. So we'll select the image of our OS that we have downloaded, Raspbian stretch. So I'll open it. Once you open it, you have to select the storage device. So I'll change, I have only one device connected right now, so I'll check that, and I'll click flash. So your system would ask the credentials of your operating system, but you can give and proceed. So you can see the process has started. So once the process is completed, then you can just remove your SD card and use it in Raspberry Pi. And then for the first time you'll have to do some setting, and then you also need keyboard, mouse, and a monitor as well. So I'll show you the rest of the settings that you need to do to use Raspbian as an file server in order to keep your storage media or keep your files over the network. So we can see that we have completed the burning of image in our memory card. So we'll just now take up the memory card. So now I'll use this memory card in my Raspberry Pi. So you can now see that I have inserted the memory card in my Raspberry Pi here on the back side. So I have inserted the HDMI cable to one of my monitors. This one, I have two monitors, but I'll use the smaller one for display purpose. So I'll just now plug in the Pi with power source. So once I plug in the Pi power source, it will blink and you can see something on my screen: resized root file system. So yes, this is the first boot of Raspbian operating system, and you can see the images flashing on the screen. So we'll complete the first boot right now. Okay, so it's as easy as that. I have also kept a USB wireless keyboard and mouse, so I'll use my wireless mouse and keyboard to operate Raspbian image. I'll try to connect to my Wi-Fi here. So my Wi-Fi is switched off. I'll just okay, it's switched on. So I'll enter the pre-shared key. So I have entered the Wi-Fi password, and now I'm connected to my Wi-Fi network. So this was not possible in Open Media Vault, so I need a wireless setup. So this is quite fine for people who are facing issues in keyboard settings while typing pre-shared key. You can just go down to preferences, and then you can just go down to mouse and keyboard settings, and then you can just go to keyboard menu, and there you have keyboard layout. So you can change your keyboard layout as you need. Mine is set to US International. That's cool for me, it's working. You can test here. Okay, so that's it. Now what we need to do, whenever we add a hard disk, you can see the file manager. Whenever we add a hard disk, it will come under media. So we need to share that in our network, and then we can access it through our MacBook Pro or Windows computer. So we'll do that with the help of SMB Samba. So we can share that. For that we have to install Samba over the terminal, and then we have to do some configuration file that I'm going to show you right now. So you need to open the terminal right here. Okay, so this is the terminal. I'll open the terminal, and now I'll write some code that you need to follow. So once you are now on the terminal, you have to install Samba, so that you write the code as a super user. So sudo apt-get and install. We need to install Samba, and we need to install the common files of Samba. So we need to install these both. So you press enter, and then on the internet you get the packages of Samba. So it may ask you to press yes or no. You just press yes and you go ahead. The installing would continue. So The installation is done. Now we need to edit some files, like sudo we'll use the nano text editor to edit the Samba configuration file, and that is under etc. So I'll write /etc /samba / the configuration file name, that is smb.conf. So once done, you will be redirected in this screen wherein you can just see the settings. So you have to come down to the part where the sharing settings are mentioned. This is miscellaneous. Okay, this is the share definition. So in this share definition, you need to add your files, whatever you need to share. So first one is home. So home is already added. So I'll do one thing. I'll add a new share. I'll press enter and I'll make a little space for myself here, and then I'll write media, Pi media maybe, because whatever hard disk, external hard disk that I'll insert in this Raspberry Pi, it will be under the media menu, under the media and the Pi. So I'll give a comment here as something as Pi media, yes, media, and then I'll write the path that I need to share. So generally, if you go see in examples in internet, you will see this path in most of the places, so that your home folder in Pi is shared. So but I really want to share my external hard disk so that I can use them as a NAS through the way of file server. So I'll write /media/pi to be the path, and then I'll write browsable is yes, or you have a different naming as well. If I see, here are some settings already. Okay, I'll keep that to be browsable, browsable, browsable as yes. I need to browse that, and then we'll write writable as yes. In some of the systems it doesn't work, so in that case you can write read only as no, like yeah. So writable yes, read only as no, either of the one would do. So I'm writing here both for demo purposes. So read only, only guest is no. I need to log on with a username, SMB username, Samba username. So only guest is no. So I'll write a create mask for folders, for create mask. I'll give all the permission to all the groups, that is 077 individual groups. So I'll create a directory mask so that we can work with folders as well. So folders are known as directories. 077 as the file permission that I'll give. Public is no, this is not allowed for public, it's for us. So these are the things. So you need to save that. You will press Ctrl X in case of Nano to save it, and you'll be asked to save the buffer. You will press Y and save it, and then you will overwrite the SMB config by pressing enter. So this is written. So now you need to set a password for Samba, so so that you will use that password while accessing your Raspberry Pi drives from network, from any of the computer of mobile whatsoever. So I'll set the password. So sudo smb psswd and -a, the username. Wow, the command is not found. Well, in these kind of cases, you should run apt-get update once, and you'll have to wait so that your repository is updated. So I need to restart my system once so that this gets affected properly. So I'll reboot the system once. So I've rebooted the system once. I just forgot to enable Windows support. So for that, you can again just go to open the file in Nano, the Samba config file in Nano. Okay, and then you can just scroll down quickly to somewhere where there's work group mentioned. So at the top, okay, fine, this is the work group. You can change the work group where whatever is your work group, you can just join in that work group. So when support is no, you just remove the hash to uncomment the line, and then you write when support is equal to yes instead of no. Then you'll get Windows support. You press Ctrl X to save it, press Y to save it, and it's saved. So great. So I'll just try to give a password to Samba. Sudo smb passwd and -a pi user. I'm not found it. Not work, but it's not working. So I'll just install Samba once again. Sudo apt-get after I have run all the update. Okay, so continue with installing Samba once again. Let's check if there is some issue. So once the installation is done, you need to edit some of the configuration file of Samba. So you need to again write sudo, we'll open it in Nano, and we'll open the configuration file from etc/samba/smb.conf for configuration. And those are the files. So we'll go down and we'll check the work group. You can just write your own work group name here. Okay, when support is yes, we had changed it. If it's no, when support is no, you can change it to yes to support Windows operating system. And then again, you need to come down to sharing section, sharing section. Yes, this is share definitions. I have already added this part in order to share my media/pi. So you need to add this. Okay, once you add this, you can save using Ctrl X and it gets saved. You need to change the password of Samba, so you'll have to write a command for changing the password. Sudo smb passwd -a pi, for pi is for user, and then you need to set the Samba password. So I'll set the Samba password to my network. You need to do it for your own. So yes, I've already did same. Added user pi user is added to smb, and you can now connect over the network using pi user. So once this is done, you need to restart Samba settings so that they can appear in Windows or OS, Mac OS network. So you write sudo etc, under etc you have init file, and in the init you have to check Samba, and Samba should restart. Well, not found. Okay, init.d, I'm missing t here. Samba restart. Okay, service has restarted. Now congratulations, you have successfully shared from your Raspberry Pi to your network. So now you can use your MacBook or Windows or any system, any computer system, mobile system, to access the drives that were in NAS and then you can save your files over your wireless network, so just let's go back to our computer laptop. Now again we come back to our laptop, and now we need to check whatever we had done with Raspberry is here or not. So we open our Finder, and we can see a Raspberry being appeared here. It was not there earlier, so I click on Raspberry here, and I can see that it is connected as guest, and Pi Media, the name that I had given, is also available here, but we need to connect, connect as. So I'll click connect as registered user for Raspberry Pi, and we had given the username Pi, and then we had set the password in Samba. Okay, just a second, this wasn't the password. Okay, so you enter your password, you can remember the password as well. Connect. Once you're connected, you will be shown the folders. Okay, so when I click on Pi, voila, I can see all the files of my Pi. You see the documents and other stuff, videos. I think that would be empty right now, but that's it. You can share, you can see all this stuff shared. So congratulations guys, you have shared your Raspberry Pi device over your network to all your computers. You can now use your Raspberry Pi device to share all your files from all your devices in your home network or whichever network you are working upon. Congrats. Since I'm able to access my Pi home, but I'm not able to access my Pi media, so and I'll have to give access to Pi user, since access it is only with root as default for media. So I'll write sudo ch own recursively Pi colon users, all the users, to slash media slash Pi. So everything that comes that would be owned. Invalid. Okay, sorry, that's an hyphen R. Cannot access media or such file and directory. Okay, let me check once again where I have shared. I do have these folders. I have media. Okay, it's blank, so no subfolder. So currently I can write only media. Yeah, so users slash media, that's it. So now it's owned by Pi users as well. So I'll again go to my conf file of Samba, and I'll change now the path there as well. So I'll come down to share definitions once again. Everything is there in share definitions. I'll add onto the path as the slash media slash. That's it. I'll press Ctrl X and I'll press Y to save and enter right. And then again I need to restart. So I'll write sudo etc init d Samba restart. So it's restarting again. So I'll now go back to MacBook Pro, and then I'll check whether it has been affected or not. As we were not able to access Raspberry Pi directly on my media device, so I've changed the settings there. It's already connected here, and I can access Pi. Yes, that's as good as always. Then again I can go to Pi media, and this time I'm able to access Pi media as well. So I had written sudo own media to Pi users, and now I can access both my Pi home, home documents or stuff, basically my Pi user home files, and then I have media, but I have not inserted any hard disk right now. So let's try and insert on a hard disk and then check. So now what I'll do is I'll add a hard disk to my Raspberry Pi. Till now there is no hard disk here, so I'll add. So this is my hard disk. You can see I need to plug in my hard disk to Raspberry Pi. So I'll just plug in my hard disk here. One of the port of Raspberry Pi. So it's done. I have plugged in my hard disk here. Okay, I'm losing focus, but that's fine. So here I have received the notification removable medium is inserted. So I'll open file manager, click on OK. Fine. And there are two partitions, so I'll click OK once again. So see, under media I have now Pi user, and inside Pi user I have Jayesh, my name, that's Jayesh folder, a drive, a partition rather, and a Mac OS drive partition. So here Mac OS is open, here this part is open, Jayesh drive is open. I have Time Machine backups here and in this drive, and here I have basically just a folder in order to test and nothing else for right now. But we need to now check whether this hard disk, this is a 2 TB hard disk, so similarly you can put other hard disks also. I have just used one USB here, you can use the other two, and then you can also remove this keyboard, wireless keyboard mouse dongle, and you can insert a total of 4 hard disks here, so that amounts to large amount of storage, and again you can connect to Ethernet as well. So let's just check. Coming back to our system laptop, we had left it here. Okay, so we had clicked on Raspberry, it's shared. We were able to access Pi documents very well, and we were able to access Pi media as well. So I'll click Pi media once again, and now you can see the user Pi here. Okay, because I just mounted my hard disk, and now you can see both the drive. I have Mac OS drive here as well, okay, that I can access, and then I have the JS drive as well. So you can see the files here, very nice. The speed is not that great because it's Raspberry Pi Wi-Fi device, but still. Now I have storage solution. You can see my folder here, OS folder, inside JS partition. These are the two partition in my hard disk, external hard disk. So inside Pi user, I now have this hard disk configured. Similarly, you can add 4 hard disks to 4 USB drives, and then again there are a lot of other ways. So currently, congratulations guys, you have now just successfully learned how to use Raspberry Pi as a NAS device, basically using Samba and file storage. We cancelled OpenMedia Vault because of its poor support, and you chose Raspbian. You can choose Ubuntu Mate and other Ubuntu Mate and other operating systems as well, Debian based, and similarly should you proceed, the process is similar. So really very very thank you for listening to me very patiently. So I hope you can you can make a NAS device at your home, and that's very cheap here in Amazon. Also in India here it's around 13,000 rupees. That's quite high enough. A NAS device, a basic 3 GB NAS device, that's 13K, and that also it's a Ethernet device, not a wireless device. So what you have just learned is to make a wireless NAS device at your home using Raspberry Pi in the lowest cost possible. So guys, we also make NAS devices for commercial use, similar to the tutorial that you're just seeing right now. We provide a bundle of Raspberry Pi and a hard disk with that. Obviously we don't make any of those, we just customize the software part, and then based on whatever storage that you need, hard disk storage space you need, you can order that with us. So I'll leave the link where you can order in the description, in this YouTube description. You can order that as well. So guys, it was very nice showing you this tutorial. And do visit my website also. It's jayeshmahato.com. So you can just connect to me through my website here, or you can again just connect to my own company website, that's shellnet.net. And we will shortly make our products available on Amazon as well. So it was very nice sharing this tutorial with you. Hope this benefits you a lot. And in case of any issues, do write in the descriptions below, and give a thumbs up and subscribe button with the bell button in order to motivate me to make more videos like this. So thank you everybody. Thank you very much.